Hi guys, I am ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Farthest Frontier. So, we are low on builders, we are low on laborers, we are low. Luckily we're not low on food. It's the new year and we are, I'm not sure when we will see another raid, but it's not been super regular, at least recently. We've been managing to take them out as they arrive. Oh, we're starting to implement some heavy infantry, I can see, as well. And the question is, do we do some upgrades here as well? Which is something we'd like to do. Oh, hang on. Before I get too carried away, we need to move the animal areas. Oh, we still had an animal area over there, right? Yeah. Which here will now see some growth of stuff. Okay, so let's just quickly move these working areas. Where are we? Okay, so over here potentially. So let's move this working area to kind of overlap maybe something like this, right? That's kind of the plan, to try and get that to do its thing, right? So there, we'll move this one over here. We'll move the chicken coop stuffs. I just want to make sure we're doing what we can to do some fertilization directly from the animals as we go. We're auto applying. So we still have a bunch of different things being applied. So let's just move. Kind of that's something like this. There's another barn over here. We'll need to move. I need to move that one down here as well. I guess there's another chicken coop up there, and we'll move that one over here. So now these animals will be moved away, so they shouldn't, hopefully not eat all of our stuff. If we look at this, they're all down here now trying to bring the fertilization over this way. Hopefully they're not going to do too much on that side. Anyway, we'll try and get our food production looking pretty good. What are you missing out on? Wax. So wax is, we need to potentially do a little bit more of this, right? Got some of them over in these areas where they're doing pretty, where they should be doing pretty well. Over in this area, we might see something reasonable. What about up here? Yeah, I mean, this isn't too bad. Over here, ooh, that's pretty good over there. So maybe we just go and build a few more in kind of this area over here. So if we do a few more apiaries like so, maybe that would be pretty good. Where do we have a road that's... Oh, that road's actually stopping right over there. Something like this. I mean, let's do a few of those. That should be at least useful to try and continuously get us some more stuff. There's not a lot happening up here on the hills. Anything out over here? Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, we can put an apiary up there to try and catch some of this stuff at least. Okay, let's keep playing. We want a lot more wax, right? So that's the plan. We don't want to be running out of wax so that our Cooper production drops or anything similar. We do now have these homes coming in, and we should be looking at some upgrades over here as soon as we can afford it from a bricks perspective. We finally figured out last time that we can move stuff here, we can request stuff over here, which will bring it in, which will then allow these guys to work a little bit more effectively, and we're hoping that that is in fact doing the trick. So we're hoping that we're pushing forward with production. We're seeing rats everywhere. We do need to build potentially some additional new rat catchers. Money is rolling in reasonably well. Yeah, so all in all, we're doing pretty well. This is a well that could be upgraded. If we have a look at an upgraded well, like, what does that do? It just stores 100 more, basically, as a little bit more desirable. And we could upgrade to a next tier. That's interesting. Anyway, water does not seem to be a problem for us in general. So we'll just try and keep everything going as best we can. Generating knowledge. We've got lots of people sick at the moment, but we've got pretty much everything we need, right? If we look at this, lots of people in here. We don't necessarily want to be adding any more to the mix there just yet. Animals. We're waiting for more animals to be born. I think it's about time for us to put an extra few lancers in play. Okay, so again, we've got Beldar the Peddler here, which is looking to buy potentially some of this items. We could sell a lot of stone to this guy. All right, so maybe, so eight for stone is not bad. So let's sell the rest of these hides, right? Let's sell those items. Now, if we're saying 8... So 100 would be 800, and then 216, so 200, maybe 220 or so. So let's transfer 220 stone in here, and we'll sell Beldar some stone to take his money. Is there anything Beldar has that we would like to buy from him? Our pottery is looking much nicer now. We've got reasonable amounts of grain, paper, and all these things are looking okay. And what is this? This is the flax production one, which I don't necessarily think we're going to be buying. Okay, all good. People are sick. Children are growing up. Children are still growing up. So hopefully these numbers are starting to look a lot better now. 50 livestock has been born. Still got like 10 here. And now we're going to get 2. Maybe we wait until we get the extra 2. And potentially we need to build an extra one of these guys. But they take so many workers though. But yeah, maybe that is the answer to this one for us, is maybe we get another one of these guys. Okay, so maybe if we look at this, so what is this? This is a stable, right? The desirability is not good at all. I think we can build another stable here. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll build another stable. We'll get the 2 of them to go there, just so that we can produce a little bit more horses, maybe. Yeah, so lots of animals that's now going to be slaughtered for food. Okay, trader number 2 is wanting to buy what from us? Ooh, we can buy knowledge. I'm not sure the buying of knowledge is all that useful still, but I think it's still quite worth our while. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer maybe 50 pottery in there. Do we do a little bit more? Let's do 75 pottery to try and get some of their money at least. The selling of gold ore is a little bit less. I'm not necessarily wanting to sell some of these items. What we could, however, do is we could also transfer in, say, 50 clothing. Yeah, let's do that. Let's transfer in about 50 of the clothing as well. Between that should really do the trick for us. So let's start transferring in some of those items. Okay. I'm hoping to see fertility rates improve in some of these. Yeah, it does. I mean, we were in the mid-20s. Now we're at about 31. So maybe just every now and again having a round of fertility improvements is in fact the way to go. This guy is still pretty high on fertility, so maybe that's not necessarily the biggest issue. So yeah, maybe just around every now and again is a good way for us to deal with that. Did we upgrade this guy? No, we did not. It's still requiring an upgrade. Yep. Okay, and our bricks are being used in these areas, right? Yeah, so slowly they're coming in. So hopefully that one will get in there soon. This one takes quite a bit of bricks to be finished. So I think we've managed to clear out all of the last stone in this area. So really the idea now would be to I think to be honest, I think we're decommissioning here. So let us salvage this building, please, and remove those people from the workforce so they can go ahead and do their own thing somewhere else. Really, I think that's the plan. I think we've got a reasonable supply of different places providing wood quite efficiently. Lots of composting facilities. So these guys are being... Oh, look at this. Fertility is pretty poor in a lot of these locations. Let's quickly go through this. Yeah, they're pretty poor, to be honest. Even here... But even with low fertility, we're getting reasonable crops. No, we're not. Oh no, that doesn't harvest anything. I think maybe we're okay, right? We'll keep an eye on what we can do here. Got lots of additional housing. Well, not that much, to be honest. We need to continue to expand this. That's looking pretty cool here. And new merchants. Wow, the merchants are on top of us. Let's see. Can we start selling some stuff? Yes, we can. So let's move that out and sell those items. We're waiting on a little bit more there. Let's go back to Trader 1. Let's go and sell at least the first bunches of it. Now, Trader 3 has arrived. And, ooh, that's pretty good. We'll also buy stone off of us. I guess we still have a few honey pots in there, so let's sell those items. I think that's fine. What we can do is we can sell a couple of these guys, which we already have in stock, right? So let's just sell those 2 items, get some of that money to come in. So there's not that much left that we can grab. Yeah, I'm not necessarily in... I mean, we could sell a few more of this, right? So if we... How many more? At 103, right? That's what we're selling it at. So 9 of them. So let's just bring nine more in here to take all of his money, right? That's kind of the plan there. Is there anything we want to buy off of this trader? Not really. We are pretty good all around. Hunter cabins yield improves, but I mean, we don't have places to store that. Over here, we're still waiting on some pottery to get the cell on over there, and we could look at grabbing this one. So we'll keep a little bit of an eye on that. This one is done. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to sell any more. So we really can't get this. Actually, what we'll do is we'll continue to make sure we transfer this up to about 200, right? Because we've got, we can do that. So we'll continue to bring that in, even though this guy is not going to be the one we sell it to. We're going to continue to bring that in, right? There wasn't anything we wanted to buy from Beldar. So that's okay. So we'll get Beldar out of the way. These numbers are looking reasonable. I do want to do a bunch of upgrades, yes, but we need the bricks to do the upgrades. Do that. Now, let's have a look. How are we doing with Trader 1 here? 27 more days. We're still waiting on the on this stuff. And I think this stuff, there it is. So let's quickly sell that while we're having a look. Let's sell those items. Anything else we wanted to sell, or are we kind of good? I was kind of wondering whether we buy this, right? The Tomb of Knowledge could be quite useful. Let's, I'm going to go ahead and buy it. I'm going to go ahead and buy the Tomb of Knowledge. It's a reasonable thing for us to do. Let's quickly have a look here. I guess we're back at, no, this is a boar. That's okay. The boar should be, ooh, keep going, and fight. There we go. So boar hunting is not too bad. Now let's go back in here. Yield from gold ingot production. Yeah, that could yield us some more gold. Yield from candle production. That's pretty good. Veterancy, not necessarily that useful. Recovery rate from bedridden state. Maybe this is the one we should be picking up, just to make sure that we can recover a little quicker from any things, and we could increase our birth rate as well to get more people. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and get our birth rate a little bit higher. That could be useful. We're going to have another one ready to go in just a minute anyway. I don't really think we're struggling from a birth rate perspective, to be honest, but let's keep it going. Keep going there. Let's have a quick look here. Can we add another thing in here? I was hoping we could maybe squeeze another building in there. Can we do a little bit more, say, flattening? Let's just do a little bit larger area. If we could we do a little bit more flattening there to see if we can squeeze in another building there? And then on this side, we may be able to... Oh, no, that doesn't want to work either. So let's do a little bit more kind of flattening out, maybe something like that, to see if that could work. So the 2 of them there would potentially help us out. Now let's go back to this area. So yeah, I think we're done here, right? Yeah, we've done all of that. Now if we go to this one, There's some stuff here we can sell, and we're just going to go ahead and sell those weapons once they come in. There's nothing we wanted to buy, though. Yeah, that's fine. So I think our production of a variety of items is pretty good. So our money is flowing. So really, we can buy the knowledge whenever it comes our way. I mean, generating knowledge here, not necessarily generating knowledge here, but it's at least providing some form of entertainment. We would like to see the guild hall be finished, and we would also like to see the paper mill getting done. And we need additional rat catchers, more children growing up. Wow, there we go. No problems whatsoever. Children growing up very quickly. Did these weapons arrive that we want to be selling? Yes, they have. So let's quickly sell out those items. So there we go. Those go. There they go. And then I guess we could just take all of the money there. Okay, so there we go, taking the rest of the money. And again, there's nothing we want to be buying here, right? Yeah, absolutely not. Hunter cabin yield. I mean, we could buy these things in due course, but I don't know if we've got anywhere to store them, right? So we have to be quite selective at how we use these relics. But we may improve that situation over time. Are we full up on storage here? We are. Okay, so let's build more warehousing. Storehouse. We need to upgrade this, right? So again, let's build more warehousing. We're trying to build it in a variety of different locations. This is a warehouse over here, which is not full. Right, so what is being stored at these warehouses? We're actually storing weapons here. Oh yeah, lots and lots of tallow. You know what? Tanneries. We need more tanneries. No, not tanneries. Soap. The only use for tallow is this. We're doing our very best to do that. So what can we do? What else can we do with tallow? If we have a quick look here. Where is tallow? We should have thousands in tallow. It's not shown, is it? Or am I just missing it? Raw materials. It's not a raw material. It's not food. Is it not? So what we don't see here is, oh no, there it is, produced materials. So I don't see tallow here. Look at the sheer amount of cheese that we have. Tallow, here it is. 4,000. What can we do with tallow? I think we need to... Oh, but that's just... Is that in general? Produced by and used by the soap shop. That's the only thing. Ingredient for soap. That's the only thing we can do with tallow. So the only thing I can do is produce even more soap. But I guess what we want to do... Is there really nothing else we can do with tallow? Is there a... We're out of bricks yet again. Is there a wiki of sorts? If we go here to resources... These are deep mines, bookbinders. You know, none of these things use tallow. That produces tallow. We've got so much production of tallow, but our usage of tallow is a massive issue. So that one requires it. Yeah, this is just mines. We can't even use it here, right? There has to be other uses for tallow, right? There just has to be. Won't be there. Food production. Cheesemaker, no. And the preservist. So no one uses tallow, right? That's the issue, right? It's apart from the soap maker, there's just no one that uses tallow. So, and how much do we actually use here? So if I go here, we're saying we're using 5 tallow and 1 firewood and this to produce 5 soap. So we're doing our very best to get the tallow done. But maybe what we do is universally we just set the limit on tallow. So here we have a maximum quota of, I don't know, control. Oh, we can't, right? The maximum quantity of the settlement must maintain. If settlement storage has more than this quantity, then production is halted and workers assigned to producing this resource are returned to the laborer pool. And I guess, but see, for tallow, it doesn't seem to be a thing. Oh, no, no, it does. It does. So for tallow, right, we want control shift. Can I just do that? We just want, let's just do 3,000 tallow. That's 1,000 more, that's 1,000 less than we have now. So production on tallow should be stopping. But I don't know if tallow production can stop because it's a byproduct of various other items. But let's see. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. We'll have to have a look. But we're still selling here? No, we're not selling. So this guy's done. We're done with Scorv the butcher. We've taken all of his money. So that's fine. We're still leveling here a little bit. And we will hopefully see. The problem with this is it also, yeah, so we can't do that. No slaughtering because of tallow. Livestock cannot be butchered at this building due to the limits on tallow. Yeah, so this is going to be more problematic from a food perspective. So I guess that is not the way to deal with it. So let's just go back. We'll go to tallow. Right, and we go back to the unlimited, so everything just goes back into production mode. I can't stop it. So what we'll need to do is we'll just need to build additional production storage buildings, right? So storage depots. But I want to understand what is the difference in sizes, right? What is the wagon shop actually doing for us? Just pop in here. Select wagon 1, select wagon 2. Mark building for immediate repairs. Are we driving away? Oh, actually, maybe we should do multiple of this. Because the wagon shop, I thought the wagon shop, okay, well, fine, let's build multiple more wagon shops, right? So grab me some more wagon shops, right? So that we can move stuff around a bit more. So let me get a wagon shop over there. And a wagon shop all the way over here. And a wagon shop in this location. And a wagon shop over here. And then all of them should at least be a little bit more productive. Now, we also want some storage. This is the Cooper, which we don't want more of. And we don't necessarily need a vault, right? Or do we need a vault? Let's just have a look here. The vault is not near full, right? There's still plenty of room in the vault, so we don't need another vault. So what we do need, however, we don't need a granary. So the question is really between these, right? So this guy is a 2,000, and then this guy over here, I think is already upgraded, is not even close. So why the storage depot? So really the storehouse is 2,000 items, and then over here is 4,000 as a warehouse. So really that is the thing. So the storage depot is cheap. Oh, it's marginally. So what I'm guessing is we're going to be adding more of these guys in a lot of different locations. So I'm thinking, yeah, something like that. Can't really do that over here. We will do another one, say over there. Just want to make sure we've got, and we'll do something over there as well. Okay, so hopefully that's all going to help us out a little bit, right, with various items. And we can even do one like right over there, right? Good. Okay, so multiple additional buildings being constructed now so that we can try and continue to store some stuff. And then here we've got so much food, so root cellars and things like that. This one, we can upgrade that one if only we had some stuff. If only we had some stuff we can use it to upgrade with. Okay, so these levelings have happened. So let's see, can we build some additional housing here? And the answer is yes, we can. And yes, we can over there. And this is still not quite beneficial to us. Now we've got a bit of a drought going on. Keep going with all of this stuff. bricks are being produced, right? What is our rate of brick production at the moment? 25 in the last year, 40 in the last year. So we're trying our best to get that done. Is everything they need around? Not really. I think more wagon shops is going to work. I think maybe I was not quite applying the wagon shops the right way. I thought the wagon shop was just producing the wagons, not necessarily. And these guys are producing reasonably. Yeah, okay. I thought they were just producing the wagons, basically. This is a saw pit over here for some planks, right, in this location. We could also upgrade that at in due course, really. Knowledge generated, so let's pop in there and quickly see what's the next thing we're grabbing. So now we did improve the birth rate, so people are kind of being born a little bit quicker, right? So that's the one thing. The other thing I was thinking of, maybe we do the rehabilitation a little bit quicker. That should be pretty good, and then we can maybe pick up a few bits and pieces over here. I was kind of wondering about maybe the Gates of Valor thing, but for now, I mean, that's super duper expensive. So let's just grab this one. We'll confirm that, so at least people recovers a little bit quicker from their various bedridden diseases and the likes. But what I wanted to have a look at is if I go here to these kind of things. So Gates of Valor, right? Oh, we can do multiple libraries, actually. That's of interest. We'll think about that. The Gates of Valor, right? The military monument does what? A monument commemorating your settlement's military achievements and success in the untamed frontier. We can build it. It's going to cost us a lot of money to build it, and that's going to be it, basically. Guildhall and the civic monument. So these monuments, we can build them, but I don't think they do anything, right? They don't even have an impact on desirability. So what is the possible reason we could do that? Unless it's just the way we're going to kind of say, yeah, we're closing out, we're ending the whole thing by doing that, basically, by saying we're building some monuments to our to know how wonderful we are, basically. Yeah, we're doing well. So the wagon shops are popping in a number of different locations. We've got some more storage facilities, of course, as well, which is good to keep throwing in every now and again. And then hopefully we're going to see a little bit of a rise of the wax, right? The wax should be coming in a little bit stronger now. No, still struggling a little bit with the wax, but I guess the Coopers are using them fairly quickly. Yeah, up to 32%. So this actually works from a fertility perspective. I mean, we obviously have these rounds coming in to do some fertility. Oh, yeah. More children growing up, and I guess we're going to start filling out those numbers pretty quickly. Oh, this is done. So we can now produce a little bit more paper. Let's just have a look. How much flax do we have? Yeah, we've got tons of flax. What does this look like at the moment? I think we're okay there. Maybe if we up this number a little bit. Oh, that will be maybe a little bit problematic over there. A mine is out of ore. Where is this? Let's pop out of this. Okay, so this one, in this location, we've kind of cleared that one out. So let's go ahead and salvage that building. There's not much more we can do with it. This was... I'm not sure this is useful to us. This is just some storage nearby. So really in this area, there's not that much that's currently of any real use to us. I'll leave this one be, just because I don't think we need anything else in this area, to be honest. But I'll leave it be for the time being. Still some sand available there, so we've kind of cleared that one out. What's happening over here? Food stores are empty. We do have the stuff, right? Yeah, we do have hay. Go and get the hay. Just get the hay that you need. Got the 2 people working there already, and I guess now we're going to start seeing that our laborers are... it's looking okay, actually. So if we get our wagon shops in place and we've got some people working there, let's just up our wagon people, right? Let's make sure we've got... Okay, set a grazing area. So we've got the grazing area there, and I guess we want to potentially, well, let's just do this one over on this area here. We've got the 2 people working there, and what I'm thinking is well, let's wait for the next round when the next season pops in, and then we can split the herd so that we can generate some more horses a little bit more quickly. What does an upgrade here potentially? Oh, this has already been upgraded, so potentially we can just go ahead and add some more to the mix here. More pikemen, for instance, which will be not that costly, to be honest. So let's do, give me 2 more pikemen, please. Yeah, that's the plan. Pretty good all around. We want to make sure that we are putting enough people in play on our wagon shops. More wagons should hopefully move resources quicker, and that's the kind of thing that I didn't quite grasp. I thought it was just providing. This is a manor, my goodness. Still got some room. Do we have more manors? Oh, this is large houses, but manors are situated down here where things are really pretty good. Good stuff. We need some upgrades for our vehicle stability and things. That's not this guy. Okay. We're so close to the guild hall. We've got lots of bricks available, so the guild hall should be doing its thing now. We are pretty good. I am thinking an upgrade. Yeah, we can still upgrade this foundry as well. How are we looking on ingots, right? Let me just have a quick squiz at the ingots. Ingots are looking pretty good, actually. I think we're all around in a pretty good spot. Right, things are actually now working a little bit better. Let's go ahead and pop in an upgrade over here. I want to do a little bit more with regards to just making sure we've got the wooden planks. This guy should be finishing its build straight away now. It should be, the last bits should be coming in. And we should be finishing off that build quite easily. And then hopefully we can expand our population a little bit more. I like the idea of a few bits and pieces in there. Let's do another little bit of I might have already done it. Let's just try and have a look at the housing quickly. Gonna be the end of... Yeah, it just doesn't seem to want to work. Okay, what we'll do instead is let's try and level it over like this maybe. Right, so we'll do a little bit of flattening like that to see if that can work. Can we build housing on that side? We can. So maybe, yeah, anyway, maybe what we do is we do another bit of a flattening for this area like so as well. And here we can start work on an upgrade over there. Good stuff. That will be pretty good. If we can do that, that'll get us a little bit better going on the income and the desirability and all these kind of things. And I was kind of thinking we need to build another one of these guys, another soap shop. So if we go to resources and what are we after? What is it called? A soap shop. We can squeeze it in there, but that's going to start to become a little bit problematic for us. I guess over on this side could be workable, right? So let's get another soap shop over on this side here. Maybe even 2 of them. Yeah, let's do 2 soap shops in this area. We should be reasonably well placed to get that built. What is this guy complaining about? This guy is complaining about not having coal. We need to keep a little bit of an eye on the coal thing. And also I can see the clay production has been moving a little bit. So, coal production. Let's quickly move on over here. We've got the deep coal mine here. And I guess what we need to do is let's fill this one up with workers. We've got a number of places they can be stationed. Is this, what is this? This is the coal deposit. So we could we do another deep coal mine here? We could probably do another deep coal mine in this area. And this one is also saying coal. Okay, let's have a quick look. If we go deep coal mine, can we do another? We can do another. I am thinking we need to, I'm wondering if they affect each other, or can I just place them next to each other like this? So I'm going to do that, and what we're going to do is we're going to actually move this building over a little bit closer that way so we can build a road up here. I think that was kind of the plan. This road is not quite ending the way I would like to see it end. Yeah, so this guy is moving stuff around, right? So that's the plan with these wagon guys. Good. Good stuff. That's going to be the end of the year and probably the end of the episode for us. Yes, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. We are now, I think we're starting to streamline the whole production piece a little bit. So we're getting a little bit more effective. And our guild hall is in place. What does this actually do? Let's have a quick look. The Armaments Guild provides support for the production of armor, arrows, bows, crossbows, shields, weapons, and settlements. So we've got Woodworkers Guild bonus. The Woodworkers Guild handles all levels of wood production and consumption, improving the harvesting of logs and production of firewood, furniture, and wood planks. So, does that mean we have to build multiple of these items? Artisans. Beer candles, glassware, and pottery. That's not bad. Clothiers. Culinarians. Bread, cheese, and preserves are produced at most standards. Metallurgy. I think that's almost the one I want. And this is the Miners Guild. This is the one. You're going to be... Are you sure you wish to switch to the Miners Guild? Once the guild is set, it can't be changed again for 3 months. Well, that's fine. Now it's the Miners Guild. Months until guild is changed. Okay, so 2%. So Miners Guild bonus. And if we add people to the mix, so let's add 4 people. Oh, yeah. That is the one we're going to do. So let's do that. We'll start it off like this, filing paperwork. So at least we're getting a production to our mining. Okay, so that does that mean we can build additional guild halls? If we go here to amenities and we say, oh no, we have can only pick the one we want, right? So for mining at the moment is where we're focusing our productivity. Okay, that's good. That's not bad at all. I want to make sure we have 200 at least in here for sale on the next round when someone comes in. Okay, so Miners Guild is the thing for us at the moment. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. Leave your comments down below. I think we're slowly reaching kind of the end of the series. We'll give it a few more episodes, see if there's anything else we want to do. But I think we're holding pretty nicely at the moment. We can expand a little bit more. We can improve our various production chains, and we can, expand our military power. But I think we've kind of proven that we're pretty good at it. I mean, not super duper effective, but pretty good at it, and we can at least defend ourselves. Anyway, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.